Frosty metallic eyes, draped blush placement, and plushy and blurry lips. Is this the early 90s or am I talking about the current winter makeup trends? Seriously though, if you would have told me 10 years ago that metallic and frosty tones would be back with a vengeance, I would have told you were nuts. But as we've all seen, trends cycle around and evolve into more modern versions and become new again. I love it. If you're new to my channel, I'm Jeannie. I'm a pro makeup artist. I live in Los Angeles. I work with celebrities, beauty brands, and everyone in between. Welcome to my channel. The first trend I want to talk about is frosty makeup. Personally, my approach to making it wearable and chic would be to make sure, as always, that the details of the face, brows, lashes, as well as skin are polished and elevated. I already did my brows and my foundation, so we can get right to it. The link to those will be in the description box below. Starting with eyes, I'm going to use this jumbo eye pencil from NYX. It's called Vanilla Ice Cream. A lot of this stuff I haven't used yet. I just bought it at the drugstore, so I'm just going to see what happens. So let's just place this all over the lid, up to the crease. All right, so far so good. I'm going to take a brush. This is the Thrive Cosmetics brush and just blend it out. Really easy. And then just gonna go over it on the other side and blend it. Honestly, the way I feel about this now, I feel like I could just put mascara on and some eyeliner and walk out the door and it would be great. But I have this other liquid eyeshadow from L'Oreal that I really want to use. It's a little bit more champagne colored, but it's definitely got some frost to it. Just have some on the back of my hand here. And we're just gonna go right on top of the NYX pencil. Ooh, yeah. And I'm bringing it above the crease, but not all the way up to the brow bone. And then I'll take a clean Smith Cosmetics brush, fluffy brush, and just buff out those edges. Really simple, frosty, wintry goodness. So as you can see, I just have the eyeshadow on. I'm looking a little washed out. So one of the ways to counteract that is to put something dark next to the light that I have all over my lids. I'm gonna take a black eyeliner and tightline my upper waterline to add a depth to the eye look. And I'm sure you can already see that on camera how that changed it. I'm also gonna line my lower waterline. And you could use any color for this. You could use a dark purple, you could use a dark blue. I just chose black because I'm wearing black and because I wanted to see how it would look in contrast to the frost I have on my eyes, and I love it so far. Let's add mascara. Curl my lashes. And I'm using the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme mascara. This is a really black, inky kind of formula, and that's what I want. I want something that's going to thicken up and really darken the lashes and the lash line. Then the frost on the eyelid pops more. Do you see how interesting the contrast is between the dark lash line and the dark lashes and the metallic frost on my lid? It's so pretty. I kind of want to keep going with the frost, so I'm going to take a Delium brush and go back into the NYX Jumbo Crayon and get underneath on my lower lash line. I'm going to do just a little bit of sculpting. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand and just do a dot here, 2 there, and then 2 very light ones here. Taking my 151 brush from Smith, just tapping out and buffing up that contour. Taking it across the forehead, tapping, buffing up, and then grabbing the rest on the jawline, bringing it down the neck. And what that did was create a little bit more shape on the face. For blush, I've been eyeing this Tower 28 Happy Hour blush. I use these all the time. I love these blushes so much. This formula in particular is so good. It just blends seamlessly into the skin, and the shades are really, really beautiful. As always, I'm gonna take it on the back of my hand and then grab my trusty sponge, tap it in. Just gonna add a little bit of flush. I thought the idea of the super pink blush against the frost would be really beautiful. Very much lending into that cold girl winter vibe. I really like taking trends and personalizing them and making them work for me or my clients, whichever. This is the CoverGirl Yummy Gloss in You're Just Jelly. I cannot stop wearing it. I love it so much. It gives just a hint of color. It is yummy. It tastes really good. And for a little bit more frost, we're gonna go in with the RMS Living Luminizer. It's this gorgeous frosty highlighter. Perfect for this trend. I'm just just gonna rub it between my fingers and then tap it on tops of my cheeks. Add a little bit more because more is more. Let's be honest. Right here. We'll do a little bit on the nose, which is very unheard of for me. Who am I? I think this is gonna be my new go-to winter makeup because I am obsessed. Our second trend is draped blush placement. Now, I'm a huge fan of blush draping and using blush to create different moments in makeup. In terms of this trend, what I've been seeing is an AI type of blush placement, in that the blush is placed high on the cheekbone up to the temple and mostly across the nose to create that robotic e-girl kind of effect. I'm not a huge fan of this technique because my nose has a lot of natural redness, thanks hormones, and I don't really want to add to that redness. Instead, I'm going to use this cream blush from NYX and I'm going to sheer it out with this Tower 28 face gloss. So I'm just going to take a little on the back of my hand, like that. This is the Super Dew No Shade from Tower 28. I love this stuff. It's just glossy and shiny. And I'm going to put maybe about that much on the back of my hand and just mix them together. So I guess it's not really shearing it out, but it's definitely making it much more glossy. And how you apply it will depend on how sheer it is. So I'm going to take this blush and, breaking my own rules, I'm going to use my fingertips. I always say that whenever I use my fingers to apply cream blush, it looks like a 5-year-old applied it. We'll see. I recently worked with a celebrity client who does her blush like this, and I fell in love with it. So I'm going to take the blush high up on the cheekbone. I'm not bringing it up to the temple. I'm just going to slowly add, and I'm going to keep it right there on the cheekbone itself, so it looks a little stripy right now. Don't panic. So I'm gonna take a little bit more and I'm just working it into my hand so I have very little product. I can always build. And then I'm gonna take it all the way up under the eye, right over the concealer, and just blend it out towards the temple, but we're not bringing it up. So I guess we're doing a little bit of draping, but it's different than what you would normally see. Right here, and bring it down just a little bit. If you need to, grab your sponge just to soften the edges, but the whole point is to make sure it goes right up to underneath the eye. We're not bringing it in, but we're bringing it right up to the eye and kind of straight out. Same on the other side, just taking my finger and tapping. Now I know this isn't breaking the mold as far as blush placement goes, but I love this technique and I think it's a fresh way to approach the trend. And just keep blending and pressing in with your fingers, and it's gonna give it that more natural look. Our third and final trend are plushy, blurry lips. It's very much that bitten kind of plushy, blushy kind of lip that's very soft on the edges and blurred. So I'm going to take this Maybelline Ultra Matte. These are awesome. Maybelline has some amazing stuff, lipsticks included, and I just picked this up because I saw the color and I thought it was perfect for this tutorial. It's just like this mauve-y. It's called More Blush, $4.99. It's pretty concentrated when you apply it directly from the stick, so I'm just going to take my finger, kind of do this on my lips and really rub it in and make it soft. And then here's my trick. I'm gonna take Soar from MAC. This is one of the old school favorites. It's this beautiful kind of like mauve-y, dusty pink. And I'm just going to dull the edge so it's a little more soft. But then you can see that the tip of it is not super sharp. And then I'm gonna take the pencil on its side and kind of just trace softly. And that helps it to blur. And then take my finger, and then you're still sort of getting that definition, but it's really soft. You can also take your sponge and just kind of go around the perimeter just to soften. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my other tutorials for more makeup tips. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with a brand new video.